So thank you so much for being here. I want to echo what Rick is saying. This is an amazing outcome. I was corrected by Larry that we're almost 400 people, but just to give you an idea, this is 25% more than last year. This is the absolute biggest conference that we ever had. So thank you so much. What teaches me that is that NF awareness is working. We are a family in expansion. We have not only increased in numbers, but we're also increasing in variety. First of all, thank you so much, Greg Simon, to come to us tonight. He's the former leader of the Cancer Moonshot Initiative, and I think it's an amazing opportunity for us to hear what he has said. There are courageous patients in the room. There are amazing CTF board members, like you just heard one of them, our beloved chair. We have dedicated researchers, clinicians, caregivers, and the CTF staff. Patrice, you got us here. Thank you so much. And of course, I also want to thank our co-chairs who put this amazing program together. I think, absolutely. As Rick said, I think I can say with no doubt that everyone in the room here wants to end NF suffering. Everyone here wants to somehow change the world. Everyone here cares. Because of that, our conference keeps getting busier and busier. And every year, I promise you, I've been here 5 years now, every year people come up to me at the end of the conference and say, hey, Annette, do you know, this was the best conference I ever attended. And then I smile and I say, heard that before. So I'm expecting this was the best conference, right? But what I really want to say is that, yes, this conference is amazing and it's worth the investment. And we're not the only ones who believe in that. We got educational grants from the NIH and from Pfizer. We got some sponsors this year, as you saw at the door, from Wuxi, Illumina, and Fisher. And I really want to deeply thank Rob for helping us here. Rob, our board member. And the NF conference is probably the most diverse conference with the diverse expertise in the world. We have oncologists, neurologists, geneticists, orthopedics, and you can keep going. For me, our conference is the walking definition of multidisciplinary. So last fall, we had our strategy meeting to set out the next 5 years. And we got with a number of experts together in the room, about 35. And I can tell you that the NF conference was unanimously voted as the thing we should never stop. And they also said that we should never stop team science and that we should never stop the development of an infrastructure that would attract pharmaceutical companies to the table. And with that advice came, of course, 2 questions. What should we do? And that also implies, what should we not do? What is very clear is what we should not do is we should not duplicate efforts. We should not duplicate investments. And with that came a very intense analysis. What is the NIH doing? The NIH is funding amazing research in a disease-agnostic way. So that means that it's somehow unpredictable what's going to be funded every year. CDMRP, and Naba is in the room, is really funding disease-specific research, which is amazing. However, the budget has to be negotiated every year. Donors invest in research too. And a donor that really believes in one specific researcher should be free to donate his money to that researcher. But sometimes the problems are so complex that you need teams. Venture capitalists are specifically investing in products. But because of their relatively short-term gain, they are a little bit risk-averse. So what does that mean? The higher risk, long-term strategic, disease-focused, and team science stays unfunded. So that is what the Children's Tumor Foundation has been focusing on. So as most of you know, we have developed an infrastructure for pharmaceutical companies to come to the table as well. We have an NF registry because the patient population is small. We have an open biobank so that everybody can have access to tissue now. There is a number of researchers that are working, and you will hear tonight, they will be celebrated for working together and sharing all their data in real time with no exception. Exactly. I'm very proud of that. This is what I call courage. There's also a limited availability of cell lines, like in the major rare disease area. And that's why NTAP and CTF has come together to fund cell line development that are openly available to the whole community. And I can keep going on and on and on about all the things that we're doing, but I think as the cherry on the cake is we have a huge community of about 200 patients that are part of our volunteer leadership community. They work relentlessly, not only in helping us define what the real problems are, what are the problems that really matter to patients, and those problems are then translated into research projects. But they're also on consortium review committees, they are sitting on our Synodos teams, so they're really part of the team. And one of the things that our foundation is really proud of is that our patients are our partners, and we feel that that is how it should be. Now let me think, now I can imagine that you may be thinking, are we there yet? My answer is no, we're not. We need to keep expanding our community, our very diverse community, and we're even crossing the Atlantic. And as our Parisian friends will probably echo here is, bienvenue à Paris l'année prochaine. Let's keep growing the registry, the biobank, new scientific approaches. Let's grow the data hub. Let's add talent to the data to translate information into knowledge. And let's get pharma in. And if I say in, then say in, just like all of you. We want pharma with NF pipelines. And the only thing I can say now is read the press releases. Something great is going to happen. Let's keep showing our donors that, let's keep showing our donors throughout the world that what we do is special and it deserves their investment. And finally, let's keep united to end NF suffering. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful dinner and see you later.